Brought to you by Betika.
Yes.
Since now we are on air.
So now we are.
Oh
Look,
my.
you've got to tell me so that I don't do things, and I don't think people can see me.
People are now seeing you live and direct. First of all, you look so gorgeous.
Thank you.
What is that hair, dude?
It's called the Motown Fro.
Tell me more about it.
I love Michael Jackson. I love the days when people would actually take care of their hair. And when their hair just sort of represented who they are, where they're from. This says Africa.
Africa.
Ooh,
I love it. And you look so lovely, that outfit. Mwah.
Thank you.
And I know you wanted to give a special shout out to your family, the Mutungis.
The Mutomos. I'd like to say a very big shout out to the Musekwas. My brother-in-law, Nyasha Mutsekwa, thank you. He's been like the wind beneath my wings, encouraging me to just, take that next step.
Yeah.
And of course, to my daughter. Which camera am I on?
You know what? Here we go. This one.
There I am.
Yeah.
Hi, baby. How you doing? Mommy loves you.
Oh, my goodness. She's how old?
She's 27.
How do you have a 27-year-old man? You look so young and beautiful and gorgeous. What is the secret, first of all?
I don't think...
All these years.
But children are not meant to age you.
Tell me.
They're not meant to age you. I think if you can live and avoid the stressful situations, what I've usually found in my life is if something is working, Betty, it's working.
Yes.
If it is not working, it's not working. Now, the problem with a lot of people is you want to stay in a space or in places which are not working. That's going to stress you out. That's going to age you. That's going to bring you health problems. That's going to give you sleepless nights.
Yes.
So I advise people, if it's not working and you've really given it your best shot, people need to learn to walk away.
I love that.
Staying and walking away, they're just as powerful, both of them. Staying means something. Walking away also means something.
Yes.
But there's some people who just need to walk away, Betty.
Yes.
And I've walked away from things which don't work for me. It's difficult. I've had to walk away from people. I've had to walk away from places. I've had to walk away from things that I like.
Yes.
It's hard, but then I need to be my best self.
Yes, every day.
Every day.
I love that.
So if I'm in the wrong environment, with the wrong people, doing the wrong thing, then I cannot thrive.
Wow.
And I must.
And you must.
I must.
Let me ask you, Cess, man, we look at you and you're this bubbly human being, so much energy. Like, where do you get it from? Like, I look up to you. People always, bet you're so bubbly. But I'm like, have you seen Cess? Your smile, the energy you bring into any situation, listening to you on radio, the audacity to talk about some very weird things on radio. Like, where do you get it? Where do you get that thing that just keeps you going, keeps you looking like the Cess that we've always known all these years?
Okay, here's a question.
Yeah.
Did you choose that lovely dress today?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Yeah.
I chose this today.
Yes.
Happiness is a choice. You have to wake up, it's raining, you got bats in your bathroom, you got lizards, you've got a cockroach infestation, your car doesn't start, your heel breaks. Choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. You've got to wake up and be able to deal with the things that don't make you happy.
Yes.
But you have to choose happiness. I choose happiness. I mean, I have unbelievable drama in my life. Drama. You should have seen me today. I was planning to drive here, in my jalopy. And I got in, and it was washed. She was looking very pretty.
Yes.
And then Kinging.
Vaikendo. What happened?
Betty Ngalia Lea Kwakana. The car refused to start. So I'm like, girl.
What will you do?
So I was like, okay, your day off. I made a call, and Eric from sideways came to pick me up.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you must choose happiness.
Yes.
You must always put yourself in situations where you can receive joy. And sometimes being happy is about not taking things too seriously. I'm not saying don't be serious
Yes,
about
yes,
life.
yes, yes.
But there are some things which are out of your control. Understand what those are, leave them alone. Tomorrow's another day, you could start again.
I love that. You're so graceful, and that is, you know, just this is the first time I'm seeing you like one-on-one. Apart from the day I was walking in town and they just saw Cess, and I'm like, oh my goodness, can I just even just get close to her? And here we are. Why live, you know, your passion like radio? Like, we miss you. Are you coming back? Because I mean, that voice.
Betty, everybody needs a break. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and it's been fabulous. But I've reached my glass ceiling. There's nothing more, in my view, to achieve on radio. But then, of course, there is another level, which is where I want to go.
Okay.
And the voice remains the voice, but can I surprise you?
Yes, tell me.
I didn't always sound like this.
Really?
I had a high, squeaky voice. I used to speak too fast. I would swallow my words.
High squeaky was like the high one.
The high one. I was like, are you sir or madam? No, I am madam. People usually ask me, are you sir or madam? I called one of the government offices once. And they were like, habari sir? I said, mimi ni madam. And they're like, where was he sir? I said, mimi ni madam boss. Lakini una sound kama sir. I said, najua boss, lakini mimi ni madam. So leaving radio for me has been a choice. 20 years, Betty, is a long time to be doing something. And I've been on every single drive time show in my country.
Imagine that.
All the shows have been top shows. My bosses have loved me because I'm a money maker. Hi, guys.
And you don't say.
Yeah, I'm not saying. But I think also with age comes the need to change, to try something different, and to give back. That's what I need to do, Betty. I've done this for 21 years.
Yes.
It's time to give back, Betty. It's time to now engage with people who want to move to a different level.
Right.
People who want to give back in terms of skills. People who want to help. So I am going to try my hand at podcasting.
Oh, nice.
I might.
There we go. At least there's somewhere where we can find you.
Well, at least I can show up in a bikini, you know.
In a podcast, right? In your bedroom.
If I feel like. But I think the most important thing, Betty, for me is I've been a gatekeeper. I know things that you don't know about this industry.
Right.
I know how to survive. I know how to get up when you've been fired, when you're down, when things just aren't working. I know how to get up. I know how to succeed again. I know how to be number one.
Wow.
It's difficult, but I know how to do that. And a lot of the young people and people watching today don't know how to get back up from a situation that has knocked you down. It's knocked you out, Betty. You have nothing. People are hanging you out to dry.
Yeah.
You know, family members, friends, employers, everybody.
Yes, yes.
How do you get back up?
Right.
How do you get your reputation back? How do you get back in the game? I know how to do that. And I think it's time I taught people the rules of the game.
I love that.
You know, Betty, I'm so excited that you're back on TV because you're one of the people I find extremely resilient. I love that
Well,
about
I don't
you.
have a choice, do I?
This is the thing. You see, you could always decide, I don't want to go back, I want to go into business, I want to go on holiday, you know, get married, go live in the Netherlands or something.
Yeah.
But you stick it out. You fight.
Yeah.
You speak your truth. And this media is a game like any. It's like a sport.
Yeah.
As a Formula One driver, you've got to know the rules of the game.
Yes.
As a football player, you've got to know the rules of the game. If you're playing chess, you've got to know the rules of the game, Betty.
Absolutely.
If you don't know the rules of the game, you cannot play. You might want to, but if you do, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
So I have a message for you tonight. That's why I came. I know the last time I was on air, rather on TV, was with Jeff Koinange.
Yes, Kitambu.
Hello, Jeffrey. So I decided to do this because I do have a message for young people, young beautiful women like yourself. And the message is, you've got to bring yourself to the table, Betty. Your original self. In this industry, we have a lot of people who are trying to be like other people.
Right.
There isn't space or time for that. You need to bring yourself.
Myself.
Your original self.
Got you.
Because if you don't, you have Betty Chalo sounding like Cess Mutungi, or
Yeah.
Cess Mutungi looking like Betty Chalo.
Yes. Yes.
There is a Betty,
Yes.
and there is a Cess.
Absolutely.
So
All
be
right.
brave, bring yourself, your
the table.
original self to the table.
Love it.
Because if you
Okay.
don't, then I think you lose out in the sense that all the accolades and all the praises
Yes, yes.
that are given are not really given
They're
to
not
you.
given to me.
They're given to a replica of somebody else.
Preach, sis.
So to
Love it.
come, so to come to the table and bring your original self, who you are, is a very scary thing. It is frightening,
All right.
and that's why a lot of people don't do it.
Don't do it. All
No,
right.
it's easy to just come and say, you know, I can do this like Mr. Bean, or I can do this like Churchill, I can be a comedian.
Yes.
But who are you? And this is what people need to understand about being in the media space.
All right.
You have to be brave enough to bring yourself. Be yourself. If they love you, they love you. If they don't like you, they don't like
You don't
you.
like me. Yeah.
But it's not a version of somebody else.
Absolutely.
Be
All right.
strong. It's a grow thick skin. It comes with time.
We'll talk about the thick-skinned man because you've gone through it.
I think you've got the thickest skin between the two of us.
You're the thicker.
Betty, no way.
All right.
There's
So
no
we're going
way.
to come back to this fantastic conversation. Man, I'm so inspired, you know, like I could cry. Of course, we have Cess Mutungi in the building, but we're going to take a short commercial break. But as we do that, just have good message, of course, from Betika and our community, which is, of course, like I mentioned earlier, a foundation by Betika. And they have this amazing project called, of course, Bingo Fest, you know, that actually has not only fostered a sense of pride and unity, but also has created numerous employment opportunities by investing in local infrastructure, such as improving basketball courts, of course, in every region visited. Now, Bingo Fest has also laid the groundwork for sustainable sports development and community engagement. Now, the tournament success serves as a blueprint for the future sport in Kenya and the wider East and Central Africa region. Now, of course, access to healthcare closer to communities has, of course, incorporated a free medical camp during each regional finals. And by replicating this successful model in the regions of Kenya and beyond, the country can harness, of course, the power of sports to build stronger communities. And that is what, of course, Betika is currently doing. This, of course, foundation was founded in 2019. And like I mentioned earlier on, it actually executed hundreds of projects with supporting community projects and supporting youth programs. All right, so we'll have more for you once we come back. Don't go away. Let's take a short commercial break.
You're watching Friday with Betty. Brought to you by Betika.
Our world is changing every day, and so should we, for the better. Each week, we tackle the big why, the question that should be on everyone's mind. Why isn't this fixed yet? Deforestation, global warming, and the adverse effects of climate change. The future isn't just something that we inherit, it's something that we create. Join us on The Green Fix as we tell the stories of those who refuse to give up. When it comes to fixing the planet, there is no time to waste. Join me, Shiksha Arora, on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on The Green Fix as we look into the big why, you and I.
For comprehensive information and education on your health, Body Garage is here.
Don't allow anyone to pluck out your
You're watching Friday with Betty, brought to you by Betika.
And welcome back to this Friday with Betty.
Guys, it's a bit intense.
It's intense, right? With Cess.
With Cess, with Betty.
With Betty. Now, let me ask you, Cess. You know, I just want to hear the things that you miss most about being on radio, and maybe what your biggest highlights were, and also the mistakes, you know, like you feel like, you know, you did, and the things that maybe you regret, just all in one.
Okay, what do I miss about radio?
Yes.
I think I miss the fact that you can create a mood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, you can create a mood.
Could you create something for us right now, like
Yeah.
it's late nights?
Yes. You can create a mood. I don't think people understand how powerful radio is.
Yeah.
Or like what you're doing.
Yes, yes.
It's very powerful in the sense that you can change people.
Yes.
People wake up, they've got a million things that they're stressed about.
Yes. Problems.
And they can't talk about them.
Yes.
But we have a platform on radio where we can talk to you, we can inspire you, we can challenge you, we can make you laugh.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful platform to engage.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I would miss about radio,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
just the engagement.
Yeah, yeah.
And the other question was?
Before we go to the other question, could you just, you know, just say something the way you used to do, like on radio, like the, you know, like the show or something? Just because I really miss that, man.
Okay, so you want me to do radio on TV?
Yeah, just do radio on TV. Just say something.
I don't think you can handle radio on TV. You know, when you're in that little box, no one can see you. You could be sitting there in shorts and a small top.
Yeah.
You know, you got food. You haven't done your hair. There's nothing going on in your life, and you're just thinking, okay, this is it. But the one thing I like most about being on radio is that for shy people, you wouldn't believe I'm a shy person.
You're not shy.
I am.
Did you see you walking all over the place like a superstar when you came here?
Do you know how much psyching up I had to do, like revving the car? I had to rev the car. So I'm shy in front of people.
Okay.
But when I'm talking to people, because that's what I'm used to.
Yes, yes.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But you see, on radio, our language can be different.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here, you've got to behave.
Yeah.
Because people can see you. You would be surprised what people do in radio studios. Oh my God. You know, we're busy, we're fidgeting, we're all over the place, we're in, we're out.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here you've got to behave. You've got to be focused.
You have to be focused.
You have to be
dressed,
focused.
sitting right, everything.
So I will miss the ability to engage and connect. What I won't miss about it.
Yes. What won't you? Yeah.
I won't miss the fact that I cannot speak my truth. Like I said, media has rules.
Yes.
And in order for you to be good at something, you have to learn the rules, follow them. Then you can break the rules and tweak the rules. But there are rules of engagement.
Yes, yes, yes.
And they must be followed.
Yeah.
And nowadays I find people, they're just throwing caution to the wind. You know, they get in there and they're doing what they want, they're saying what they want. And there's one thing that I have to say, and I just thought I would mention this. You are never, Betty, allowed to use vulgarity on radio. Never.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter what kind of a point you're trying to put across. You can never use vulgarity.
Have you seen that?
I've heard it.
Okay.
I've heard it. And people who are trained in my space, they know that. It doesn't matter what happens.
Yes, yes.
You can never use 4-letter words.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the same as you're in TV, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah.
That, of course, that one you can't.
Yeah,
Can't even
exactly.
think about it.
Thank you.
What do you think of the new crop of radio, sorry to cut you short, of radio presenters right now, looking at them, apart from the vulgarities? Do you think there's talent? Do you think they're doing a good job? Or is it just all over the place?
I think there's definitely talent, but talent needs to be nurtured. I'm good at what I do because I was trained to be good.
Yeah.
And every day I would get into the studio, and when the mic goes up, I'm using my training to do my job and do my job well. I'm going to give you an example. The young people today think that you just walk into a studio and say what you want. No, Betty, I'm not that interesting as a person. So once you get into the radio space, remember you're talking to people who want to listen to you. They've deliberately switched on to you and they want something from you.
Yes.
So you've got to give them something.
Yes, yes.
You don't have to give them you, but you have to give them something. The young crowd or the young people today, they think that telling people about their lives and what they're doing and who they're with, and I don't want to know about that. I want you to make me feel like I can do better tomorrow. I can do more tomorrow. That I can, Cess Mutungi, yes, she has flat tires. You know, I run out of gas. Same things that happen to everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes I have to decide, do I want this or do I want that?
Yeah.
You have to let your listener know you're human. But don't make it about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
They make it about themselves.
It is
right.
totally about them.
Yeah.
And they're not trained. So you find 3 people in one studio and all of them are speaking at the same time. As the listener, I'm extremely frustrated.
Yes, yes.
Because I can't hear anybody.
Yeah.
Training.
Training.
Training. Training.
Maybe you should start something, apart from the podcast that you want to start, as we start to wrap up our interview. It felt so short.
Oh, are we going already?
Imagine, man. I know.
Yeah, but just to sort of land my plane.
Yes, yes.
Formula One drivers train for years. Football players train for years.
Yeah.
You have been at this for years.
Yes.
Why do people think that you can get onto radio with no training whatsoever and then wonder why you're not great, why you haven't succeeded, why people don't want to invest in you, why people don't want to give you money?
Yeah.
Because radio is about money.
Yeah, absolutely.
People never
Same as
understand
TV.
that. Yes. So if you're not able to bring in the amount of money that you want your employer to pay you, then you need to stay home because you're wasting your employer's time.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm a money maker. I can make the amount of money that I ask for, but why? I am trained, I'm a professional, and I work at it every single day.
I love
So
that.
to the young people who want to do this, the most important thing is if you want to be on an English station, speak English.
Speak
Thank you. What was his name?
Willis.
Wilson? Willis? Speak English. If you want to be on a Swahili station, speak Swahili Sanifu. If you want to be on a vernacular station, speak great vernacular. I speak Kamba, but I don't have the kind of Kamba I can speak on. I can't speak on
Yes.
a vernacular
Yes.
station.
Yes.
But my English is flawless. Why? It's by choice. I read, I listen, I watch. But like those guys of ambulance, Betty, you were on ye. Instead of saying ambulance, we endo tabia andu, you were like ambulance. Na ni also you're the person sitting there giving people the news. But you
But
want to go with
Shokamba is so
ambulance.
nice. Come over here. But your Kamba is so nice. If we speak it again, it just melts down.
Can you speak Kamba?
I can't go Tavia Kindo.
That's the extent of it.
That's it. Let's say goodbye to. Oh my goodness, it feels. I know it feels short.
Oh, that
but
was it.
That was it. So please,
Well,
your signature closing.
okay.
That's what's gonna finish the show
I was
for
going to
us.
say, Betty, I want you to know that you are enough. Okay?
Thank you.
You are enough.
Thank you.
And you got to give it everything you've got, and every single day, go for gold. That's the most important thing. No matter what people say, go for gold. And if you're out there wondering how this happens, you've got to work at it. You got to love it. It's not something that comes naturally. And remember, there are sacrifices that you have to make. Question is, can you make them? Na nenda kumutabya kana nenda mwadhimwe muno. I want you to be blessed. Na mumane kana ngaini munene sasionde na sasionde ngaini munene.
Oh my goodness!
There we go.
Can we go home together?
I think so. Your place or mine?
Yours. Bye, guys. Ciao.
Bye.